Chapter 1. Mystery Shopping. What it is and what it's not. Types of work. What do you envision when you think of the average day in the life of a mystery shopper? Do you see you and your friends enjoying a day out at the mall, laughing with bags of free merch in tow? Or maybe you and your partner lounging poolside at a 5-star luxury beach resort? How about you cruising down a scenic highway while test driving a high-end roadster? All of these scenarios are a possibility for mystery shoppers. When you first start out mystery shopping, your day will probably look more like you picking up some dinner in the drive-thru of a local fast food place, or stopping by a department store to inquire about a new appliance. It may not be as glamorous as you first thought, but it makes up for it in flexibility and variety. You're guaranteed to have an ever-changing list of tasks and scenarios to complete, with literally hundreds of different companies that provide mystery shopping services to clients. Those clients can be anything from mass merchants to specialty stores to financial institutions to car dealerships and beyond. The jobs you will complete, known as shops in the mystery shopping industry, for these companies can be categorized as covert or revealed and in-person or remote. Covert versus revealed shops. Covert shops are shops in which you do not reveal yourself as a mystery shopper to anyone. This means you will make contact with a business location in person or via phone, web, complete your assigned scenario, make required observations as provided in your shop's instructions, and report your observations back to the mystery shopping company. At no point during a covert shop should you reveal to store employees, management, or customers that you are anything other than a typical customer. Covert shops are by far the most common type of mystery shop. In fact, they are what puts the mystery in mystery shop. Covert shops may also require you to assume an alternate identity. You may be required to give the employee at the shop location a fake name, fake job, or financial information, fake address, etc. You will always be provided the exact details of the shop scenario, including any fake information you need to provide in the shop's instructions. These shops would obviously require more extensive preparation beforehand to familiarize yourself with your new identity. For example, I have completed shops at financial institutions where I was required to portray a person with a high income and various investments. All of the fake information I had to provide, i.e., salary, investment amounts, etc., was spelled out in the shop's instructions, which were provided to me well in advance of the shop's assigned completion date. This way, I was able to plan out and practice the scenario ahead of time so that my answers sounded as natural as possible during the shop. Video mystery shopping is probably the fastest growing segment of the mystery shopping industry. In fact, some companies specialize in video shopping, such as the Shadow Agency. Video shopping is the ultimate covert shopping because the end client is able to see and hear the interaction exactly as it happened, taking the burden of extensive explanation off of the shopper. Shoppers are often required to purchase their own video equipment prior to completing video shops, while some companies will provide equipment. The PV500 camera is the most popular choice for video shops. As video shops are expected to become even more popular in the future, if you find that you enjoy traditional non-video mystery shops, you may want to consider investing in the equipment and training necessary for video shops. Revealed shops require you to reveal your status as a mystery shopper to the store management or employees at some point during the shop. This would typically be done at the end of the shop after playing out the assigned scenario and making the required observations. When revealing your identity to store management or employees, you will be provided a script to use by the mystery shopping company in your shop's instructions. Revealed shops sometimes involve some type of on-the-spot reward for the employee or location being shopped, such as a gift card. While it can be exciting to give an employee a reward for a successful shop, it can also be very stressful to have to inform an employee that they did not complete the requirements in order to receive the reward. It is important for you to be aware of the possibility of having to deliver bad news to an employee and avoid these types of shops if you do not have the temperament to deal with the stress that this can bring along. While it is rare, employees can sometimes react poorly to receiving news that their shop was unsuccessful. Maintaining professionalism is a must in these situations. In-person versus remote shops. In-person shops are shops where you visit a physical business location to conduct the mystery shop. These shops almost always involve interacting with an employee. You will gather identifying information, i.e., age, height, hair color, gender, clothing, etc., about the employees you interact with, time certain parts of the interactions, play out an assigned scenario by taking certain actions or asking certain questions, make observations about the business's appearance, sometimes make a purchase and/or return, and sometimes take photos. In-person shops are by far the most common type of mystery shop. In-person shops can be for literally any type of business that has a physical store location. Remote shops are shops that are completed by phone, web, chat, instant messaging, etc. The shops may or may not require interaction with another person. Before accepting a remote shop, be sure that you are comfortable with the technology skills required. Being able to access web pages, record calls, and take screenshots may be required for remote shops. While the surveys for remote shops are typically shorter and require less narratives, the shop also typically pay less than in-person shops. However, with the exploding growth of online commerce, online purchase shops are definitely becoming more common and more lucrative for shoppers. Remote shops also have the benefit of not requiring transportation expenses. For shoppers who do not have access to reliable transportation or are not able to leave home for whatever reason, remote shops may be a good choice. Time commitment and flexibility. Can mystery shopping be a full-time job? This is probably the number one question I get from new and potential shoppers. The answer is, it depends. If you live in a large, heavily populated city, then yes, there is a possibility that you could turn mystery shopping into a full-time job, although a lot of your pay will likely be reimbursed food, merchandise, and services. But if you live in a suburban or rural area, the chance of there being enough mystery shopping jobs close enough to you to take up 30 to 40 hours per week is slim, especially when you consider that there are probably at least a few other shoppers living in your area. This is why many people choose to do mystery shopping as a part-time addition to their regular full-time income. There are other jobs out there that are similar to mystery shopping, such as merchandising or field agent work, and many part-time mystery shoppers fill in the income gap with these type of jobs. While this book does not cover merchandising or field agent work specifically, many of the companies who offer mystery shopping assignments also offer these types of assignments. You will also find many mystery shoppers discussing these types of assignments in some of the forums and resources provided later in this book. Flexibility is probably the top reason that people become interested in mystery shopping. Many shop assignments will have time frames that span several days, so you can choose the day that works best for you to complete the shop, while some shops may require you visit on a specific day or at a certain time of day. There are also many shops that allow you to visit any time the location is open. Some shops even allow and encourage you to bring kids, your spouse, or friends. You will have the option to only apply for shops that fit into your schedule, but it is important to note that this rarely means you can complete the shop whenever you want. Prior to applying for any shop, be sure to take note of the time frame in which the shop must be completed and the report submission deadline. Depending on the type and complexity of shop, there may even be several submission deadlines you need to meet. Completing a shop outside of the allowed time frame or not submitting the report by the submission deadline are guaranteed ways to not get paid, and no one wants to work for free, so I highly suggest making sure that you can complete the shop and meet all deadlines before putting in an application for the shop. See more information in Chapter 4, What to Know Before Applying. Avoiding scams. Scams are, unfortunately, prevalent in the mystery shopping industry. Scammers will typically pose as a mystery shopping company offering work to potential shoppers. they will offer to send you money up front for completing a shop, typically with an outrageous payment for the shop. If you accept, they will send you a check for the payment amount they promised, plus an additional amount that they will ask you to send back to them via money order. As soon as you cash the check, which does not belong to the scammer but instead an unsuspecting fraud victim, you are then liable to repay the full amount to the victim. This often leaves potential shoppers paying back money to the victim that they already sent to the scammers. The typical pay range for mystery shops is anywhere from $5 to $50 per shop. Most shops will fall in the $10 to $20 range. If a company is offering you $200 or $300 to complete a shop, and you've never mystery shopped before, you can bet it's a scam. The main lesson here is that a mystery shopping community will almost never pay you before the shop. All payments are received after the shop is completed, submitted, and approved as per the company's payroll guidelines, which vary from company to company. It is also unusual for a company to provide you with funds ahead of time for a required purchase. Shoppers are typically required to pay for required purchases out of pocket and be reimbursed the approved amount along with their shop payment after the shop is completed and approved. I have only seen exceptions to this rule 3 times over the past 15+ years. One company provides shoppers with a gift card to the restaurant they are shopping beforehand to cover the required purchases. This is for a high-end restaurant, so the required purchases are expensive, but this situation is still not typical. The restaurant being shopped most likely wants to see how employees handle customers paying with gift cards. Another company that specializes in amusement parks and attractions will provide the shopper with admission tickets for their assigned attraction beforehand, so the shopper doesn't have to pay for admission out of their own pocket. But if the shop is not approved for any reason, the shopper then owes the company the price of all tickets used. Another company that specializes in hospitality shops will make hotel stay arrangements ahead of time for shoppers assigned to shop that specific hotel. Once again, this is only for very high-end, expensive hotels, and if the shop is not approved, the shopper must repay the company the full room rate for each night they stayed. In all 3 of these exceptions, the locations being shopped are very expensive, and it's very doubtful that any of these shops would be assigned to a brand new shopper. In any case, a reputable mystery shopping company would never send you cash or a check for payment prior to the shop. Shop postings that contain lots of spelling and grammar errors sometimes indicate that the person posting the shop doesn't speak or write English well, which is a red flag that you might be dealing with a scammer. Use common sense. Would Hilton Hotels or Panera Bread post an available job on their websites with lots of spelling and grammar errors? Of course not, and they wouldn't hire a mystery shopping company that does either. Another red flag that you may be dealing with a scammer is if they tell you the name of their client when offering you the job. Only companies that you are registered with as a shopper should send you shop offer emails that reveal client names and locations. These companies never post their clients' names on recruitment site, forums, or social media, because this would violate pretty much every confidentiality rule in the industry. So that Facebook post by a mystery shopping company offering Starbucks shops that pay $200 each, that's a scam. A legitimate shop offer posting on social media would be more like nationwide coffee chain shops available, $10 shop pay, $8 reimbursement, contact scheduler at scheduler@mysteryshoppingcompany.com or apply at www.mysteryshoppingcompany.com. Confidentiality. I feel that a book about mystery shopping would not be complete without a note on confidentiality. It may go without saying that you shouldn't reveal yourself as a mystery shopper to store employees or other customers. But what about your friends and family? Is it okay to discuss what companies you are mystery shopping or what happens on your shops? The answer is a hard no. In fact, when you sign each company's independent contractor agreement, or ICA, I can guarantee that there will be a section devoted entirely to you not discussing anything about your shop with anyone. The ICA is a legally binding agreement, and violating it could land you anything from not getting paid for a shop to ending up in court, although the latter would be pretty extreme. You're also not typically allowed to post reviews on social media or other sites related to your experience at a business while mystery shopping, or mention the clients you shop when applying with other mystery shopping companies. Just remember, when in doubt, shut your mouth. All this confidentiality seems like it could lead to a pretty lonely work life, right? Not necessarily. With the uprising of internet forums and social media groups dedicated to the mystery shopping industry, shoppers worldwide now have whole communities of support. Links to several of these forums and groups are included later. Chapter 1 Summary. Most mystery shops are in-person covert shops where you physically visit a business location and do not reveal yourself as a mystery shopper to anyone. Revealed mystery shops do require you to reveal your status as a mystery shopper at some point during the shop, usually near the end. Remote mystery shops can be done in various ways, including via phone, website, email, instant messaging, and more. While you may schedule mystery shops around your personal schedule, you will still be required to complete the shop on the assigned date and meet other deadlines. Scams are prevalent in the industry, so remember the following tips. You will not be sent cash or a check before completing a mystery shop. Avoid available shop postings with poor spelling and grammar. Avoid available shop postings that reveal the end client's name or location. Confidentiality is a pillar of the mystery shopping industry, so when in doubt, shut your mouth.